So if you didn't think the title was over, it definitely is over now. It's Chelsea, despite only having at one point, I think their lowest was 21% possession against Manchester United 79, if my math is right. Win 1-0, and that's all it takes. There's not another team out there in the world that you can respect more than someone like Chelsea, who can absorb all that pressure and only have at one point 21% possession, but still win the game. And I'll ask you this question: watching it, did they ever look panicked under the attack, under the constant possession of their opponents? No, they are so comfortable in that chaos. They defend so well. I think it's safe to say they have the best back four, five, including Courtois, in the Premier League by far. Azpilicueta was outstanding today. I don't think he got beat once one-on-one by either Mata when he was there, Valencia coming up to him, or even Januzaj when they brought him on. I just thought that he was outstanding, and he encompassed what it means to be a Chelsea defender. He's so confident in his own ability that he doesn't dive in. The same with Cahill, Terry, and Ivanovic, although Ivanovic did get caught isolated a couple of times, in which someone like Shaw got in behind, and he had to foul sometimes, but they just looked confident at the back. Now, that's not saying that it's attractive football. Don't get me wrong, this is partly one of the reasons why people hate Chelsea. I would never hate Chelsea for the fact that this is the way they play. People have their prejudices towards their amount of money they have. There's always money in football, so that's another invalid argument. But they are a good defensive team. Jose Mourinho understands what it takes to win the Premier League, and no one can ever hold that against them, because since the second week of the Premier League, they've been at the top. No one has took them off the top position since the second week. You cannot look down on that. That's just sheer ability to play against your opponents. If you can't play against a defensive Chelsea team, you can't beat that team, then you don't deserve to win the Premier League. So that is my answer to anyone's argument that complains about this unattractive style. So let's talk about the goal. Falcao gets the ball into feet. John Terry, yes, is a little bit aggressive on his back. Doesn't have to go down. That just encompasses what Falcao did wrong throughout the game. Is his movement. He just looked a little bit off the pace. He did look somewhat better than what he has done before, but he doesn't offer that same aggression that Wayne Rooney does when he's up there. So John Terry brushed him aside. He claimed for the foul, but this is exactly what I talked about in tactics. Valencia, when he's higher up, trying to come back into position, he's not the best. He doesn't track the runners. Hazard, exactly like I said, comes from the left-hand side. Oscar with a beautiful back heel. Smalling's caught either going to the ball to get Oscar or to mark Hazard, and he just gets caught in two minds and doesn't know what to do. Hazard's pace takes him right through Valencia and Smalling, and obviously it's a good composed finish into the bottom corner underneath De Gea, who could have done a little bit better, but you know how hard those shots are when they go through your legs. And after that, I knew this game was in Chelsea's hands, because Manchester United, with the injuries to Carrick specifically, meant that Herrera dropped deep, and I did not blame Herrera one bit for trying some illustrious passes and nearly getting caught out, because he had nothing else to do. It was either side to side to side, and Chelsea will take that all day. So when Herrera was trying these hard passes that almost cost him, you can't really hold it against the kid, because he's a great player, finds great little pockets of space in the midfield. But sometimes you have to take that risk. You have to do something. You have to take someone one-on-one. I didn't see Ashley Young take anyone one-on-one. I didn't see Juan Mata do it. He's not the best at doing that. I think I seen Januzaj try and just got brushed off by Azpilicueta. No one in Manchester United's team was confident enough after the 30th minute when that goal went in to take Chelsea one-on-one. And that's just a risk that you have to run at times. Even when Di Maria came on, at least he was trying to do so, even though he looks just ineffective at times. He still would at least try to do something to try and create that spark. But Wayne Rooney looked good in the midfield. I think he spread the play very well. He's got a great ping on him, as we know, and he finds a lot of space. And he had a couple of chances at shooting, but Wayne Rooney's a striker for Manchester United. And to try and play Falcao up there is an okay decision, if this is a Falcao who at least has some sort of glimmer of hope. But he didn't even want the ball, and when he takes it, he just keeps it. He keeps possession, gives it back. But it's that mobility up top that you need. You need Rooney darting into space so that Fellaini can fill that gap and get the ball fizzed into him, like Manchester United did so well against Manchester City. And don't get me wrong, Chelsea are a better defensive team than City, but you need some fluid movement up there to allow for Young to cut inside and go to the right-hand side. But Falcao wouldn't make those runs into the corners to take the defenders away. He just either wanted it into feet or just to wait in the box for it to come. And it's not good enough at this level, I'm afraid. And that's why that Manchester United, once it hit 60-minute mark in the second half, I was like, there's no way they're scoring here. And they had a couple of chances where I think Falcao finally done something that wasn't just so pre-predicted. He checked to feet and then spun away, and the ball got played in behind, and he struck the post. He should have cut it back to Fellaini, but I don't hold it against him for just dying to finally have a shot and goal to maybe get the goal that could lift his spirits. Smacks it, strikes the post, a little bit unlucky, and Chelsea had a couple of chances on the counter-attack that they could have maybe strengthened their lead, but in the end, it was just a tough day for Manchester City. They can't break down that defensive structure that Jose Mourinho has mastered. He's mastered it throughout his career at every team, and it's going to be good enough to win the Premier League, and they deserve to win it. They're the best team throughout, I think. They've got probably the best player in the Premier League at the moment. Hazard always looks so dangerous when he gets the ball. Matic had a great performance as well, covering ground and making those last-ditch tackles when his defenders maybe misjudged the tackle. He was always there to fill in, so another great performance from him. But I guess Manchester United just ran out of ideas, and it happens when you have a striker that's on loan who's, I don't know, he's got this weight on his shoulders because he doesn't feel confident in himself. And I think that maybe even Van Persie coming back from injury would have been a better signing to come on rather than Falcao. But yeah, he just doesn't look like the same player that had that price tag that many teams wanted to sign from his days at Atletico Madrid and Monaco. And I feel kind of sorry for the guy because you can tell that it's worrying him. You can tell that nothing's going for him. He had a little tiff with Terry, just frustration. And it's frustrating all across the board for Manchester United. But Chelsea deserved their win based on not possession, but what their game plan was. They stuck to it exactly. And now they're going to go on and be the Premier League champions. 10 points ahead. I think with 6 games remaining for them, 5-6 games remaining. It's just there's no way they're going to slip up for that. And I think I said they would have won the league. I think I said 4 or 5 games back. I was confident they would go through and win it. So we want to know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the section below. Be sure to subscribe to TYT Sports. Tweet me at Francis_Maxwell and at TYT Sports.